Hello, my people, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom all over the world. I greet you today. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, depending on your location. My people, I have come again today for us to interact and deliberate over this issue of our leaders' court hearing today. Join me from wherever you are watching and let's talk about it. Onyendu continues to be our leader, the founder and the leader of IPOB, Indigenous People of Biafra. Join me, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom, and let us discuss it. My people, as you all know, when our leader was still here talking to us, he always prayed first, and we all have to learn from him and exhibit what we have learned from him. We cannot be these people that will be waiting for their master when he is not away to practicalize what he preached to us. So, my people, I thank God today, holy and everlasting God, merciful Father. You say in every situation we should give you thanks. Father, Lord, I thank and glorify your holy name. Almighty God, I commit my leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, into your holy hands, Almighty God. I believe, my Lord, that it is only you who will liberate us and free our leader from this dungeon of the DSS. Please, Lord, what you cannot do does not exist. Liberate and free our leader. God, you are a merciful Father. I commit our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, into your holy hands, and I commit all Biafrans all over the world into your hands, my Lord. Amen and amen. He say, fellow Biafrans, join me from wherever you are watching. Our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, is here once more for us to listen to him.
Says, anybody standing in trial or coming to try me is a terrorist. That's what their law says. Not me. As simple as that. Section 2, subsection 3 of terrorism prevention and prohibition. That's what it says. Any court considered to try me is committed an act of terrorism. Yes. Very clear. You cannot violate a treaty that Nigeria entered into and then come to try that very person. Is not done anywhere in the world. So you must be aware of that. So that is why there is all these ridiculous delays. That is what Supreme Court said. I did not jump bail. My home was.
Fellow Biafrans, wherever you are watching from, I have to discuss this a little bit because Onyendu here. Hello, Henry. Thank you for joining me. I know this video has been up since morning when the hearing was presided by the judges. You know, international law, which Nigeria government is signatory to, binds Nigeria to every rule of law, especially the international law, which says that you cannot abduct someone illegally or arrest somebody in overseas country. If your country is looking for that person, you have to go to court. And when you go to court, you will apply, you make an application to the court of that national or that country. When you apply, the court has to consider, they have to consider the nature of your country, whether they are the law-abiding country or nation that will not torture the person you are taking or you are asking, and it does not end in one day. It takes time. But Nigeria government, being a lawless country, never took time to apply to the court in Kenya or to apply to Britain, where Onyendu resides as a citizen of Britain. They never made such application. You people will remember that during the same time Abba Kyari was being asked by America to be extradited to US, and they made an application asking Nigeria government to release that man to come and answer for a question, but Nigeria government refused. But now they went and abducted Onyendu illegally, tortured him for 8 days. And before that, in year 2017, when Onyendu went to Nigeria in 2015, they arrested him, kept him in prison, and Abaribe was the one that shortied him. As Abaribe was the shorty of Onyendu, that Onyendu will not jump bail. Onyendu was in his house one morning in year 2017. Nigeria government sent military that killed almost 30 or 40 Biafran children, but they reported 27. Nigeria Zoo Gota Media reported 27. My people, 27 human beings. Is it a joke? That showed you people that those 27 people that they reported, tentatively 27. Okay, we accepted there are 27, but that is 27 human Biafrans, 27 human beings that they killed because they want to buy our Onyendu. And by the special grace of God, he escaped. How can you say that somebody is a jumping bail or have jumped bail when you went to kill them? You had to escape. Now, our Onyendu is neither a Kenyan or a Nigerian because he denounced his citizenship to Nigeria. He is currently holding British passport. They abducted him from Kenya, and they are still using that very case to hold Onyendu down. But can I tell my people something that you people will understand? I will play that video here. Bita Nyako wanted to release Onyendu, but they warned her. They warned her because her husband and her son that were politicians. You could see that Bita is not a baby anymore. They threatened her that during the political career and son, they embezzle that if he releases our leader, Onyendu, that they will jail her husband and her son. So the woman is acting under fear. A judge in Nigeria, she has no independence. The executive, which is the government, they are using the judiciary to hold an innocent man. They never follow the process of law. And all these charges, they've dropped it. So why are they holding Onyendu now? That is where I'm going to. They are holding Onyendu because those Biafrans that they used and the governors, they don't want to see the face of Onyendu. They want Onyendu to die in prison. China Sanworu, Chike Doziem, they are the ones holding Onyendu now, using the Nigerian government, and Nigerian government pressurizing the judges. Because 3 judges in High Court have acquitted Onyendu. That's why Onyendu is quoting this law, because he knows that Nigerian government, no court in Nigeria can try Onyendu. That is the situation. I am really, really pissed.
Was invaded. They came to kill me. I survived. They came to kill me. Is committed an act of terrorism. Yes. Very clear. You cannot violate a treaty that Nigeria entered into and then come to try that very person is not done anywhere in the world. So you must be aware of that. So that is why there is all these ridiculous delays. That is what Supreme Court said. I did not jump bail. My home came to kill me and I survived. They came to Kenya to kidnap me, brought me back to this country and seeking to try me, which the law says cannot happen. You cannot violate a treaty that Nigeria entered into and then hope to stand on that illegality to conduct a trial. Is not done anywhere in the world. And there's no exception. No exception whatsoever. That's what the law says.
No exception, my people. There is no exception because this is a criminal offense. They are trying him illegally. They are in the first place because Nigeria is signatory to this international law. They have to comply with it. And if you breach that very law, there is no right, nationally and internationally, that that country has to adduce any evidence against him. They have no right whatsoever. Even the three judges in the High Court, they decided and ordered that Onyendu should be released because Nigeria government is signatory to international law. Therefore, they should comply with the law, and they are not being compliant. They are not compliant. If they want to bring Onyendu back, fair enough, they should go to court in the country where they see him. And that court will decide whether that person will get fair trial or not. The court of that country, like Kenya, if they had gone to the court in Kenya and said to Kenya court, this man is wanted in Nigeria, then the court will make a ruling whether they will release Onyendu to Nigeria government or not. And the court has to go into real session and there will be full hearing. But nothing was done. They abducted Onyendu. They didn't take him to the police station in Kenya. They didn't take him to any court. They just took him to an unknown destination, torturing him there. We are even lucky that Onyendu did not die. You can imagine, nobody would have known what happened to him. So Nigeria government is always violating the law. Now, Nigeria government released a criminal in the person of Abba Kyari. They released Abba Kyari. They released the one they call whatever, Musa or Mohajid or Wajid. The terrorist man that was kidnapping people. They released him. Onyendu is neither a criminal. He is not a kidnapper. He is not a terrorist. Why are they still holding him? That's why, my people, I will tell you that it is the Chinasanworu Chike Doziem, the governors, and what's his name? Ifanyoba. These are the people holding Onyendu right now. They are the ones telling these DSS, do not allow this man to be released. But like our PM said, that he will make the kidnap of Onyendu useless to them. He will make it useless to them. Now, it is obviously very clear that after the High Court ruled that Nigeria has no jurisdiction, no court in Nigeria has jurisdiction over this case because Nigeria government violated the international and the national law. These people.
Becomes law.
Yes.
It doesn't matter what all these shenanigans is just pure rubbish. You never stand.
Yes. Onyendu, you all know that he's a very educated, very intelligent. Any treaty that is ratified, like treaty with UN, Nigeria ratified it. Treaty, international law, Nigeria ratified. UN asked Nigeria in year 2006 months, have they done it? They are always breaching the rule of law because they are practicing Takia, which is Islamic law. You can imagine a country like Nigeria. There is Islamic law, there is English law, and Takia is always prevailing. These and many more reasons why we Biafrans wants to live. That is why somebody like me, who is a woman, a very matured woman, have joined my Biafran brothers to agitate that Nigeria is not a country any being can survive. You cannot survive in you can kingdom now where the seat of law emanated from, that a judge in the court will be influenced by the government. It can never happen. There's a separation of powers, and that is it. Judicial independence exists in the UK. Judicial independence exists in the United States of America. Judicial independence exists in France, Germany, only in Nigeria. No judicial independence. The courts are working under the government, directly taking orders from the terrorists. So everything Onyendu is saying here is
me. Okay. I believe in justice and fairness.
Nigeria signed to extradite.
You're rubbish. You never stand. Not with me. Okay. I believe in justice and fairness. That's all.
Nigeria signed to extradite, not to rendition.
So, my people, this is it. Our leader is being unfairly treated because they said that they want Biafra agitation to stop. But are they going in the right way? The answer is no. They are not. We are not robots. Beings. We are human beings, and you have to treat us as one. Treat us the way you are treating us, and you will get it hot, the way you are getting it. Because one thing is bad treatment, the other one is reaction coming out of your action. Action and reaction.
Which is the absence of the defendant from the court since 25th of April 2017 until he was produced on the 29th of June, my lord, which was exactly what the Supreme Court did. They said that he did not jump bail. These criminals came to my house to kill me. That's what the Supreme Court said. This is in your own ruling, in your own court, my lord. So I cannot understand, my lord, why my trial will be conducted contrary to the Constitution of Nigeria that said I must have free and unfettered access to my counsel. Is here. This is the law of Nigeria, my lord. And again, my lord, please.
You see, they are not allowing him to have access to his lawyers. You see it. He's now defending himself. That is Nigeria for you. Who would accept that? Or to live in such a country? Nobody. Nobody would accept to live in a country like that. Because Nigeria is a country that lies from one side of the mouth to the other. This is the problem in that country. They never tell the truth. Listen that now, and can I tell you people another thing going on? Since Onyendu sacked Ejiofor from representing him, you all know that Ejiofor and the Nigeria government, they work in Paris, they work closely together, because he was the one who brought back Onyendu in the first place for them. He facilitated it. That's why since he sacked Ejiofor and DOS vowed that he will not come out of DSS. These are the secrets behind Onyendu's detention. So now they refused the ones representing him to continue to represent him. So they want him to go and represent himself. My people who wants to remain in Nigeria, I wish the person good luck. Nigeria is not a country that anybody can peacefully live in as long as terrorists are the ones ruling that country.
Free and unfettered access to my counsel is here. This is the law of Nigeria, my lord. And again, my lord, please, if you will permit me, my lord, this is the laws of this country, the extant law of Nigeria as of today. What does this?
Yes, my people, unfettered access. That access is it being granted? Hello, my brother Anthony. You see, our Onyendu went to court today. I don't know if you have seen the video and heard Onyendu. They are not allowing Onyendu. Hello, Mary. Thank you for joining. I know that most of my other media colleagues are on their individual platforms. So many people are not watching, but I have to go ahead. Onyendu is being maltreated. He is being tortured. He is being caged. Nigeria government have refused. Look at him. I'll play it again. Onyendu.
Which is the absence of the defendant from the court is 25th of April 2017 until he was produced on the 29th of June, my lord, which was exactly what the Supreme Court did. They said that he did not jump there. These criminals came to my house to kill me. That's what the Supreme Court said. This is in your own ruling, in your own court, my lord. So I cannot understand, my lord, why my trial will be conducted contrary to the Constitution of Nigeria that said I must have free and unfettered access.
Free and unfettered. You cannot deny him that right. Unfettered access. And they are denying him access of lawyers, access to his legal representatives. You know why? Because Ejiofor was sacked. And Ejiofor, being the agent of Nigeria, it was Ejiofor who was discussing with Nigeria government the 5 governors. Wike, if Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi, David Mahi, all of them, all those 5 or 6 governors that contracted Ejiofor, and Ejiofor contracted the DOS, they are all denying, but they don't know that God in heaven that sent Onyendu to liberate his children, like the way he sent Moses to liberate the Israelites in Egypt. That's the way God sent Onyendu to liberate us. Yes, you have seen it. Thank you for confirming. Onyendu is being denied access to his barristers because Ejiofor never liked barrister, what is his name? Alo Ejimako. They are never friendly. And Ejimako knew very well that Ejiofor was the eye of Nigeria in IPOB and in Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's case. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu realized it, because I don't know, it was the Spirit of God, he has to sack Ejiofor. You people have never seen Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in court. When Ejiofor was representing him, Ejiofor will leave Onyendu in court, in prison, in the dungeon. Because let me tell you people, you see, your client, if you have a client that has a case in the court, the client will be in the prison. But the day you will come to the prison building or to the court, your client will be behaving like a little baby, like a child, because they see you And why? Because they know that because of your presence as their representatives, the prisoners will bring him out that day from his cell. But during the time Ejiofor, Ifeanyi Ejiofor was there, Onyendu never came out. So round the whole time, Onyendu will remain in the prison and Ejiofor will come to court, gallivant around the court room. But look at now, since a lawyer Ejimako started representing Onyendu, Onyendu started surfacing in court. Then now they are refusing our Onyendu access to Ejimako because Ejiofor is their agent. And the DOS, they are saying that if Onyendu refuse to acknowledge them as whatever they want to be or whatever they want to answer, that if Onyendu refuse to bring back Ejiofor, let him rot there. I have a video here that will confirm that. So our Onyendu, they are really giving him mental torture of the highest level now, because they're supposed to release Onyendu. They said they want him so that Biafra agitation will stop. They caught him. Our PM promised us that he will make Nigeria government suffer for holding Onyendu. That holding Onyendu will be costlier to them before they will be compelled to release it. But look at it. My people, I am just blabbing because I mix my words because I'm so angry and very upset. There is no justifiable reason why they will be keeping Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They dropped all the charges. They dropped all the charges. So why are you people now holding him? No substance, no grounds, no legal grounds. Why they are holding him? They are holding him because Ejiofor, who is their agent, has been sacked. So they are no longer getting any information. This is it. And Nigeria government is that very gullible and very conniving and condescending people that they listen to anybody. Anybody who is working as a criminal to favor them, that person will be their friend, like Ejiofor. That's why Onyendu is not being released. Ejiofor and the DOS, they are the ones holding Onyendu. So now, denying Onyendu access because they have removed the man that was their agent. That is it. Onyendu has no crime. The Nigerian government committed international breaches of the thing. They are signatory to this very international law. They breached the rule nationally and internationally by abducting Onyendu without going through the legal process. They should have gone to Kenyan court or go to British court and bring make an application that they want to rendition Onyendu or they want to bring him back. But if the court allows them, then they can bring Onyendu back. But they didn't do that. They took Onyendu by force, breaching the international law, and they are signatory to it. Even the UN that told them, release this man, they are signatory to these international treaties and everything. They breached everything. Now they have released all the criminals or all the political detainees except Onyendu because Ejiofor swore that as long as Onyendu, is it by force? That will show you people that all this law they go to study in Nigeria is nonsense. Do you know that as a barrister, if you come to United Kingdom, you will be compelled to go back and do that 3 years, because they don't accept Nigeria certificates. They know that they forge certificates in Nigeria. Ejiofor is not a proper legal representative. How can you be? In fact, in United Kingdom, there is no how somebody will be indicted or somebody will have a case in the court and you will come to represent as a barrister or as a solicitor. Whatever capacity you are coming to represent somebody on, or as this or as that, the judge will ask, where is the respondent? Where is your client? And if you have any grounds to tell the judge, oh, this is my reason for not bringing my client, he will adjourn the case. There is no judge that will go ahead presiding over a case in United Kingdom when the defendant is not available. They will not do it. Therefore, I challenge the competence of this Ejiofor. He is the one now fighting our Onyendu, using his connection to Nigeria terrorist government. I'm really, really sad, because Onyendu is an innocent man. That Onyendu is the leader of IPOB asking for their freedom. Onyendu is not asking for war. He's only simply asking, conduct referendum. Referendum is this process whereby anybody involved in it has right to say yes or no. Even the self-referendum we are doing now, you can just vote and say no, or you can vote and say yes. That's what referendum means. But they refused. They are holding us by force. That's why it is clear now. Look at Onyendu in the court. Look at him representing himself, because they have denied him access to legal, but they never denied him access to legal representation when Ejiofor was there. And you will never see Onyendu in the court. Oh my God. God will help us.
To my counsel is here. This is the law of Nigeria, my lord. And again, my lord, please, if you will permit me, my lord, this is the laws of this country, the extant law of Nigeria as of today. What does this? Which is the absence of the defendant from the court since 25th of April 2017 until he was produced on the 29th of June, my lord, which was exactly what the Supreme Court did. They said that he did not jump bail. These criminals came to my house to kill me. That's what the Supreme Court said. This is in your own ruling.
Hello, Jerry. Thank you. Yes, my brother, a lion is always a lion, but let me tell you the truth. I am not very happy. What have Onyendu done to deserve all this? Look at now, he has no legal representative. He's the one representing himself before the judge. That's what I was saying before your arrival. Onyendu is being now directly attacked by Ejiofor, because Ejiofor and the DOS and Nigeria terrorist government, he is the middleman. Nigeria terrorist government will contract the governors, and the governors will invite Ejiofor. Ejiofor will contact the DOS and what's her name? What is the name of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's wife? What's her name again? Uchechi. These are the terrorists, the eye of Nigeria in Biafra and everything. They are the ones being used to torture this innocent man called Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That man did not do anything to Nigeria government. He did not do anything to Ejiofor, the governors, and because Biafra is now asking to leave, and they are buying us. What of Zamfara? Does Zamfara now, do they want to leave Nigeria? What of Plateau State? Do they want to leave Nigeria? That is to tell the whole world that Nigeria is a terrorist country. Ejiofor, Uchechi are the middle men and women that are fighting what we are doing through Onyendu. These are the people my spirit is telling me, and from what their conduct. Because if you follow this link, you will see everything happening in your mind very clearly. My sister is to stop Biafra, and all IPOB will stop the struggle. Yeah. But Onyendu doesn't have to suffer. Onyendu does not have to suffer. Because Sunday Igboho wanted to get Oduduwa Nation, and he has been released. What is the difference? Tell me, my sister, what is the difference? They are using Ejiofor and Uchechi to contract the DOS and talk to the governors. When the terrorist government talk to the governors, say, oh, go and hold your brother, they will say, oh, Ejiofor, we will pay you 100 million. You know how you will do it. Uchechi will take her own share. Then the remaining, they will share to China Sanworu and Chike Dozie. And who has sacked Ejiofor. What is going on is Ejiofor will tell them, allow him access. Because Onyendu qualifies to have a legal representative. Otherwise, Ezekome and Ejiofor wouldn't have been there in the first place. But because that he has sacked these two people that are very compromised, very unprofessional legal representatives, they went back to their contractors, the terrorists, and told them, do not allow him to be represented, so that Ejiofor will also lose. Ejimako will lose out, and they will lose out. This is it. Anybody that does not agree with this, tell me I do not agree. Because that is what is playing up. That is exactly what is playing up. Nnamdi Kanu is being vilified by a man who does not know what law is. Onyendu has right to sack anybody that is not representing him properly and get another one. Yes, they thought that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will give up the struggle, but Mazi Nnamdi Kanu stands his ground. Yes, Jerry said, our duty now is to pray for him, honestly. Surely victory will be ours. Of course, God is with us. Because when Malami, let me read out for you people what is trending now. Even though one Nzama person came out and said that is not the DOS that sold Onyendu. Yeah, and that what they wrote about Malami, that it is not correct. You know, the person said it's not right, it's not correct, that it is not the DOS that sold Onyendu. And I said, okay, you know, Malami, let me read out for you people what is going on. It was here. Let me finish with this Onyendu's one. Then I will read for you people what Malami said.
In your own court, my lord. So I cannot understand why trial to be conducted contrary to the Constitution of Nigeria that said I must have free and unfettered access to my counsel. Is here. This is the law of Nigeria, my lord. And again, my lord, please, if you may permit me, my lord, this is the laws of this country, the extant law of Nigeria as of today. What does this?
Well, the video is finished. Let me show you people here. Look at it. I don't know if you can see. You see the picture of Malami? Punch newspaper. This very DOS person said that this is fake. So how can Punch newspaper allow anybody to impersonate them? My people, DOS people, and what's his name? Ejiofor, the barrister, they are the ones holding Onyendu, because Nigeria government, they work hand in hand. When they want Onyendu, Ejiofor will oblige them. And now that Onyendu doesn't want Ejiofor does not want a lawyer Ejimako, to be Onyendu's lawyer. So Nigeria government will also oblige Ejiofor to deny Onyendu access to a representative. So let me read for you people what Malami said. He said, Nigeria government has paid huge amount of American dollars to stop Nnamdi Kanu Biafra agitation. This money, some landed in a private bank account, and these individuals could not fulfill their promise to quench IPOB agitation for Biafra. Only now, Nigeria government has realized that Nnamdi Kanu's two brothers have been the biggest obstacle, making it impossible to stop IPOB. It is now clear that Nnamdi Kanu is the only leader in Biafra land. Yes. So my people, but DOS Zamaman on Twitter handle said that this is fake. My people, you know what it is. If this is fake, do you think that Punch will not bring an action against the person doing this? Punch can never allow themselves or their paper to be used to bring out a fake report. But to tell you that the DOS people, all they planned with Ejiofor, Uchechi, Ifeanyi Uba, and the 5 governors, plus the Fulani masters, they will not succeed. That's why God gave us Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa. I am really sad that Onyendu is being treated this way. But God, in his infinite mercy, what that God cannot do does not exist. They will see. Those who threw Paul and Silas into prison, did they know how they left? That is exactly the same way every day I pray for Onyendu. That's what I tell God. If you know how you did it for Paul and Silas, do it for Onyendu, because so many enemies, including his own wife, is around Onyendu. Our Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is surrounded by multiple enemies, multiple, including his own wife. His own wife kept going with Asari Dokubo and Ejiofor. Maybe Ejiofor will now become her second husband. You know? Look at what this guy is saying. Listen to this guy, please, my people.
I guess so. Nobody want buy for Nigeria because anyway, EKPA, Nigeria, but make una go understand say different from Nnamdi Kanu. Remember, Nnamdi Kanu get different name, look in name. Samuel Ekpa na different name. These two people, not reason them say that they fight for the same thing. They get different operations. They get different. See, according to the Nigerian authorities, they say now Samuel Ekpa they bring all the armor tanks, everything wey be say that they use for Southeast. They say now Samuel Ekpa they bring and enter the country. Make I ask una something. If Nigerian authorities una dey work.
My people, what I want you people now to listen to is what those living in the country called Nigeria or in the zoo nation, what they are saying regarding the government. Just pay attention.
How person go take through the desert, pass through your border, come tools into the country? See, now Southeast they do their tools themselves. Now they bring tools, they enter Nigeria. Where be say France government they give una. Now they do that one. So I beg, I want to quickly appeal to the Nigeria government. Make una think twice, so because this one will be say you people are just in hurry. Many plebs there for Nigeria for you people to solve. Kidnapping problem they there for Nigeria authority, military to solve. Killing and whatsoever they full Nigeria for una to solve. A bird where they outside una dey find una leave big fowl like Gumi for house.
You heard that? A small bird that is outside, we are looking for it in the person of our prime minister. But the big bird that is inside, you people ignored it. Like Gumi, he said, let me take it a little bit back.
A bird where they outside una dey find una leave big fowl like Gumi for house.
Exactly.
Shetima where you are Boko Haram leader for his house for 2011, una leave am for us. A bird where they outside una dey find una leave big fowl like Gumi for house. Shetima where you are
Do you people know who he's talking about now? Shetima, the vice president of Nigeria, terrorist nation. He mentioned the Gumi and the Shetima. Yes, Gumi, look at his picture here. Is within your doorstep. You cannot talk about him. You are talking about somebody. This is how they go using the Ohaneze. The same way they use Ohaneze is the same way they have been using the governors and Ejiofo to bring Onyendu back. Now they want to use the Ohaneze to bring our PM back. You know, when the Ohaneze offered $50,000 to anybody that will bring our PM back. And he mentioned Shetima to tell you that Nigeria is a terrorist country. It's a terrorist country. That's why.
una to solve. A bird where they outside una dey find una leave big fowl like us. Shetima where you are Boko Haram leader for his house for 2011, una leave am for us.
Yes, he said that Shetima harbored Boko Haram leader in his house in 2011. Because sometimes when I say things, some people will say, oh, mind what you say. He is saying it. He is mentioning Shetima's name, that he harbored Boko Haram leader. When they were looking for that man, he went and hid in Shetima's house. 2011. The leader of Boko Haram. And he was eating with this man, and they took picture and posted it unashamedly. This is the country that are detaining our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, a terrorist nation.
Mercy Erofai, the former Kaduna State governor, una leave am for us. What una dey fight for? Una wan fight Obi. una wan fight this, una wan fight Mazi Unadi, una wan fight wetin dey happen? So abeg, na me by myself do this update. Make una no turn Nigeria to.
You see, he said he is the one doing the update. Based on what knowledge he has, he is the one doing the update. He called Gumi, he called Shetima. He said, I am the one doing the update. He's not denying it. And these are the people ruling Nigeria, holding our leader for no good reason, no justifiable reason.
I wan fight wetin dey happen? So abeg, na me by myself do this update. Una no turn Nigeria to desert, because very soon una go discover say una wey be big politicians, una children they go start to dey locate where una children dey. Nigerians go soon dey know every country wey be say una go hide una children family put. Nowhere wicked people go fit hide very soon for Nigeria. Make una take this.
You see? Yes, it is always good when you are making an assertion. You bring an evidential proof to show what you are saying. You people have heard it. It's not just that I will come here like the way my tension was going very high, you know, for the way our leader is being denied legal representatives and being denied release again. That's why our PM said, we will make the detention of Onyendu very expensive for Nigeria. And he did. He did. He did. What else can we do? What can we do? Okay, look at another guy who is a DOS follower. What they kept saying, threatening our leader. You know, threatening our leader. Look at what he said to show you that these are the people holding Onyendu in detention.
He kwesịrị ime ka ife isi in order on time. I be nkịtị.
All the nobodies wanting to be somebody. Nenu onye agụ nka. Onye nwere ike stand Onyendu feature his shoes. Because he brought everybody together. They are the ones threatening Onyendu. My darling brother Wilson, you are welcome. Thank you for joining. Look at Onye Tosirio. If it, you know, when John the Baptist came and was saying that they said there's a voice in the wilderness. And when people started listening, he said that the person whose shoes he is not able to untie, able to untie Onyendu's shoes. This is to tell you people that everything happening in Onyendu's legal proceedings is people like this in the DOS. That's what they hear their master, Ejiofo, Uchechi, and Chinasaworu na Chike Doziem. That's what these type of people. Ndị enwere ife fabụ. Fanuta n'ọnụ ndị ikefa fabia na-ekwu negodu na onye nke a na-akpọ Paul Achebe.
He kwesịrị ime ka ife isi in order on time. I be nkịtị.
You know, I be nkịtị. Ọ bụ Onyendu ka ọ na-refer to. These are the people who na-eme na Onyendu adapụta from detention. Onye abụrụ mmadụ.
I be nkịtị. The thing na eat anyị. O eat anyị deep. Eat anyị bazi anyị n'ime eba. Mgbe anyị bịazie chọọ how to resolve ihe anyị kwesịrị iwepụ on time.
Ifefa tosiri iwepụ on time. ya ka egbuzie n'onye ndu ifugie ọkwa ka egbu onye ndu n'ime ụlọ nga maka na recognize rofa. Look at negodo onye nka onye baro anụnwa onye na-akwa baro negodie.
This Kanu family question, the leadership question, draw man the Kanu red lines. Yes.
Unafugie na IPOB tosiri draw Maazị Nnamdi Kanu red line. Onye draw red line, onye anwụ ka dịkwa ndụ. Hello, Sonny. Thank you for joining. I have played Onyendu's video, and I will tell you my anger. My anger is that Onyendu was representing himself. You know, let me go back to it. I am pissed.
Draw Mazin can red line. Since Abunalon de Yana look at the IPO, then Yanolo Nimenga until Amal the leadership.
Ifugo. So, or the leadership Kafanesu, Kobonyendu. My brother Wilson say Paul Achebe is a lonely room freedom fighter. Yes. Oboyano enu oboyano ani. No level. Look at him ranting. Ondini na buro mmadụ ndị otu kedafa nke a bi na Ghana a na-akpọ ma powerful. Ọkwa ka unu wee mal ka onye ndu si eme. Onye ndu na-akpọ onye ọbụla mmadụ. Onye ndu believe na Biafra bịana onye ọbụla ga-adị involved. Ọ ya ka o ji kpokọtacha ma agwọ ma akpị ma ọchịcha wee kpokọjuo ka onye ọbụla feel kwa accepted, feel kwa included. N'ezie ifefa ji onye ndu na-eme now. Onye ndu enwero lawyer. E deny onye ndu access to lawyers to the extent that onye ndu is the one representing himself in court. My people, have you ever seen that sort of thing? And onye na-akọs that one bụ Ejiofọ na nwunye onye ndu Chi Uchechi. Ọ bụrụ ọzịkwa nwunye onye ndu o. Maka onye ndu pụta iwu bụ na ọ ga-achụpụrịrị nwaanyị ahụ. Iwu bụ na onye ndu ga-get rid of nwaanyị ahụ. Maka ọ nwaanyị a ka faji chọọ inweta onye ndu. That woman, look at it again, my people.
Which is the absence of the defendant from the court since 25th of April 2017 until he was produced on the 29th of June. My lord, which was exactly what is.
So the people that came in now, Sonny and Wilson, have you people ever seen from the beginning of this case? Oge Barrister Ukumango ne represent Onyendu. Have you people seen that Onyendu comes to the court? He doesn't even come to the court, let alone representing himself. Oh, kunu wema no Ejiofọ na the terrorist nation bụ ndị na-eme ife a ya na ndị DOS fachọrọ ka onye ndu welu ndụ ya wee pụta. They are the one causing this problem for onye ndu, because ndị DOS na ndị nzama ndị otu Paul agwago onye ndu na ọ bụ na ọ kpọghachitere Ejiofọ. Have you ever seen this type of human beings before? Ndị a na-azọ ka azọpụta fasimba kama a ga-azọpụta fa, because they have already said it. Instead of Simon Ekpa to bring Biafra, Nigeria, Fulani Chibafa, I reject it. I reject it for Biafrans. Onyendu has wasted from year 2013 so many years lecturing us, tutoring us. Even he knew that now one day na Fagejide, there was a place Onyendu was telling them, no way family far born Nigeria. Then people are still following Nyabu ndi lelo Onyendu. I don't understand what is wrong with our people. Maka na onye nọkịta unu furu Uchechi oge oje na-ese foto with Zekome na Ejiofor. O Ejiofor na-emezi nke a because na achụpụgo Ejiofor. Ejiofor chọrọzi ka enwee any lawyer present onye ndu so that ka onye ọbụla luzuo. Or as Paul Achebe said, ọ bụrụ na ọ may recognize Fana Ejiofor ya nọdụ ebe anwa. That's what they are doing by making Onyendu to represent himself. Look at it.
They said that he did not jump there. These criminals came to my house to kill me. That's what the Supreme Court said. This is in your own ruling, in your own court, my lord. So I cannot understand, my lord, why my trial will be conducted contrary to the Constitution of Nigeria.
Let me tell you people, my family, you know these judges, they know the truth. The judges, they know the truth. I'm sure inside of them, they will be pitying Onyendu because they know the amount of calls they receive, instructing them not to allow Onyendu. These judges, the Nigeria zoo government, terrorist government, they are making these judges look so incompetent because other judges all over the world will be looking at them as people who have no skill, who are not fit to be judges, who are not fit to work in the court. You know what court is? Court, a judge has a court because each time you are presiding in the court, you are the sole controller of that building. Everything you say there goes. But this one is not what they say. It is what Nigerian terrorist government says that goes. Other judges will never take any decision from Nigeria. I'm telling you, they will never take any decision. Do you people know? My sister Mary said all of them are now mocking Mazi Nnamdi Kanu because they refuse to do what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu told them to do. Hello, my brother Ihejirika. Thank you for joining. We are at Onyendu's matter. Onyendu has been denied access to legal representatives, so he is representing himself. And this is the handwork of Ejiofor and his group, DOS, and Uchechi. I resist calling her Uchechi Kanu because Onyendu is no longer married to her. Onyendu will never marry her again. She's against Onyendu in totality, in her conduct. She was thanking Ifeanyi Ubah the other day for transporting her. She took picture with Zekome and Ejiofor that Onyendu sacked. Let her now come and tell me whether she is still a wife to this man that has been denied justice front and back. Or maybe we will watch and see her reaction to this, that your husband, whose case is so sensitive, you cannot talk about your husband's, the injustice they are meting against your husband. Yes, my brother Woods said PM exposition on Ifeanyi Ejiofor cleared it all, but the gullible failed to reason. But the Biafra spirit took the PM exposition message to Onyendu to take action. Guess what? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu acted on Ejiofor. Yeah, that is it. The Zamaz, the DOS, stomach infrastructures, all of them and the Ejiofor are now working hand in hand to deny Onyendu access to legal representative so that they will not be paid as himself, that is no longer being paid for sabotaging Onyendu as a legal representative. That's why it will only take a phone call from Ejiofor to the DSS director and the DSS director were called the judge immediately. I will show you a video where Onyendu said how they threatened this woman. Yes.
Said I must have free and unfettered access to my counsel. Is here.
Yes. Chuka, thank you for joining. He said, if I draw red line for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, then how is your leader? How is he your leader? Exactly. That's what Paul Achebe said, that they should have drawn a red line for him. When you draw a red line for somebody, red line signify ife nwụrụ anwụ. Or if ever wish for this man.
This is the law of Nigeria, my lord. And again, my lord, please, if you may permit me, my lord, this is the laws of this country, the extant law of Nigeria as of today. What does this?
Yeah. They are pressurizing Onyendu. They are putting Onyendu on unnecessary pressure because farmer no na-enwe heart problem. So all their plans bụ ka ọ nwụọ there. Maka afa chọrọ ka Onyendu dị ndụ wee pụta bịa trace ka fa si wee lee ya. That's their reason, number one reason. Number two reason now bụ na achọrọ their leader Ejiofor. The DOS and their leader Ejiofor was sacked by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So they are fighting for their leader Ejiofor. Ejiofor wee kpọzie wee sị ka aghalụ ka aghali allow Ejimako to represent Onyendu. Onyendu has to represent himself. Yeah, my sister Mary said, true Biafrans that wants freedom cannot thank Chukwu Okike Abiama enough for giving us USB, our Prime Minister. Prime Minister Simon Ekpa, who is taking United States of Biafra to the promised land. Exactly. Exactly. My brother Innocent, thank you for joining. He said, Nigeria is a lawless country. Why are they still holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? My brother, I've just said it. I will repeat it without any proof of violation of the law. You remember that recently the Supreme Court was reported by Aloy Ejimako for saying that Onyendu was abducted illegally, which means that they are now nailing Nigeria. The Supreme Court recently acknowledged that Nigeria government violated Onyendu's human rights by abducting him from Kenya to Nigeria and renditioned him. Supreme Court, but they are all scared. They are all scared. There's a video here where Onyendu told us what the Nigeria government, what the Nigeria government said to Binta Anyako. You know? What Nigeria government called Binta Anyako and told him, do not release this man, or else we will bring your husband, who was an ex-politician. Let me see if it is this one. No, it's not this one. You know, my people, all these videos, you have to really take time to locate it. Onyendu is really going through a lot. Not Nigeria government on their own now, but in addition to our people. Yes, Nigeria government, Ejiofor, all of them, Uchechi, the DOS, all of them, you know, they want Onyendu to be detained to see if Onyendu will buy there. That's what they want to do. I'm just looking for it. But I think I have played it in the past, you know, for us to listen to Onyendu and see what, you know, what Onyendu said about Nigeria government warning the judge that if she ventures to release Onyendu, only God knows what they have done to this Onyendu. Ejiofor, Omadile Ejiofor na mma. Fanny Nene Mifa, they don't know that God is watching them. One day it will happen. It will happen. You know? And they will see you know. Well, if I cannot find it this time, I will leave it. No, I couldn't find it. Onyendu said in that video that the zoo government warned Binta Nyako not to release him. Whether she was the one who told Onyendu, I do not know. And they threatened Binta Nyako, the judge. So the very judge that is here today, I don't know whether it's Binta Nyako. Inside that very judge, they will be feeling guilty. But they know the kind of phone call they receive. My brother Innocent said, Nigeria is always lawless country. Yes, they are very, very lawless in the way they do things. Nigeria government is something else, unfortunately. And what they did to Onyendu is because his own people were involved. His people, I mean here, the stomach infrastructure DOS, they were the ones that sold Onyendu. Yes, they sold Onyendu, and Onyendu has no, you know, they said that when the center could no longer hold, Onyendu was sold. It's really a pity that all the criminals have been discharged from the prison and our leader is just kept there. Yes, Wilson said that those who want Onyendu to buy will be disappointed and their judgment will start immediately. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is free. Yes, even while he is there. See how things are happening in Nigeria. Are they okay? They are not okay. They are not. Because when you are holding a prophet of God, your land will not know peace. You will not know peace, my people. I'm telling you the gospel truth. I'm telling you the gospel truth. That land will never know peace. They will never know peace. So my people, let me play you the voice of our PM. He was in Israel yesterday and he said a couple of things in his statement and his welcome speech, because our PM, or ife ndị Igbo na-akpọ afọ ada atụ egwu o wee bulu ụzọ. Our PM doesn't send anybody. That's why I love that guy. He doesn't care. He doesn't care. He has to tell you the truth. I know nobody in this world likes the truth. Only few.
All right, thank you. So the PM's address now. Thank you.
Right. Am I coming out clear?
Yes. Yes, sir.
All right. Yes, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Biafrans in Israel, the liaison office of the Biafra Republic of Mnk'S in Israel, representative and executives of the Biafra Republic of Mnk'S in Israel, the members of the Biafra government and the liaison office in Israel, and then also the executive and the cabinet of the Biafra Republic of Mnk'S that are here today, and of course other Biafrans that are watching from every part of the world, including on social media. Just 34 minutes into this program, there are over 1,800 watching already, just 34 minutes into the program on our platform alone. I welcome every one of you. If you listen to the national anthem of Biafra, you will listen and hear when they said, defend our land or we perish. There is no other fact than that. That is what the national anthem of the Biafra said. We must defend our land or we perish. I've seen those who refuse to defend their land perishing and being annihilated within the Nigeria setup. And of course, Biafra remain the only nation that have risen up, taken it upon themselves, pick up arms to defend themselves, of women and children against the invasion of the Islamic State, against terrorist state, against a country that has been sponsoring terrorism. And of course, so anybody listening to Biafra National Anthem and you are yet to support and confirm being patriotism to the wording of that national anthem, it means you are deceiving yourself, because it says we must defend our land or we perish. And today, if you are not part of this government that is now defending our land, so we will not perish, you are lying and deceiving yourself. And I don't need to go into long stories. Every one of you know that whatever we do is on social media, because we are living in a global village. And because the struggle and the liberation of Biafra is not a secret society. It is not something that is secret. Everything we are doing is open, because we are aspiring and fighting to restore a nation. We are not fighting to become a group or become political pressure group or anything secret society, because what we are fighting for is to become a nation, to have our independent country. And in regards to that, in respect to that, you must do everything open, because the world is watching. So our doing is to make sure that the world come to term and understanding that Nigeria has failed. And of course, those who have vested interest in the West Africa, in Sahel region, Nigeria, and other part of West Africa should understand that for their business interests to be secured, there is a need for Biafra to emerge.
Hello.
Without Biafra, there will never be any business.
Hello, my wonderful sister. I saw you yesterday singing for our PM. Very wonderful and very sweet song. Thank you for joining. Say, Holy, Holy, Nnamdi Kanu is another savior. Holy, Holy, Simon Ekpa is another savior. God keep protecting our leader with more power than ever. He say, thank you so much. You are wonderful. Thank you for joining. Thank you.
Will be secured. There will never be peace in the entire Sahel region. And sorry, because
You're coming out very good.
Wow. I think he's having some technical issues.
Yeah, sorry, am I coming out?
Yes, you're coming out too.
All right, sorry for that. Yeah, sorry for that interruption. So as I was saying,
Wow.
I've also directed the people in that area to get videos of Pitamba demolishing those villages and the houses that the military, the Nigeria terrorist army have burnt, because it is going to be part of the evidence we are going to present in due time. So,
my people, I can show you the video. I showed it on, I think on Friday, but I will oblige you having a look at it again. Yes, look at it. What somebody will be doing to his people. Look at it. In Enugu, look at it. Ụlọ ndị mmadụ a na-abụ ya ọkụ. Enyi ndị Fulani. Ụmụnne m, gwagodunu m ebe ụdị ife a na-eme. Ịbịa chụpụ ndị mmadụ n'ụlọ, ịgba ya ọkụ, ịgbasịa ya ọkụ, bulldozer eweli enye ndị Fulani. Onye na-eme ụdị nke anwa? Even David Umahi, oge ọ bụ gọvanọ, ọ si ndị Fulani na-enwero cattle route na Southeast, mana enwe cattle route na North, because ị gaa from Jos. When I was a student, I traveled from Jos to Mubi. Mubi is very next to Cameroon. Ị ga-agba from Jos to Bauchi, about 10 miles or 20 miles. No house. So, fe nwere ike iwere ụdị ebe anwa nye ndị befa. No, Southeast, ebe anyị enwero expanse of land kafa ga-abịa na mandate ndị gọvanọ, maka na ihe ndị gọvanọ a na-aṅụ before enyefa position. Ọ bụrụ na ị ṅụrụ ya bụ iyi ịmachi negodo ụlọ ndị mmadụ, ụmụaka bi n'ụlọ a, kedu ifefa ga-emefa na nne fa na nna? Ọ ife anyị na-afụ na ani Biafra. Unu afụgo ụlọ ndị amị na-agba ọkụ. ndị be anyị ife a ka PM na-ekwu maka ya, and ife a bụ ụzọ ụwa n'Enugu. Ife a bụ, yeah, exactly, Wilson. My brother Wilson said Impostor Peter Mba is not originally from Enugu. He was there to torment Enugu people. But I said it here some time ago. Fulani is always looking for a criminal to be working for them. Check here, most of these governors, apart from Governor Ndabia, n'ime obi ọ bụ Biafra. Ọ chọrọ ịlụlụ ndị be anyị ọlụ. Ọ ma na ndị be anyị na-ata afụfụ. Yes. Onye abụrụ a demon enwere ike ịlụlụ a demon ọlụ. Yes. My sister Stella said, "Blessed are the womb of the woman who gave birth to Simon Ekpa, the finisher. We must keep on praying for him." Yeah, he's the one standing in the gap at the moment for us. So, my people, why I showed this video is for you people to connect it to this warning that our PM is sending across to the governor of Enugu State.
If you are in Uzowane, where these things is taking place, please, we need video of the excavators, demolishing the houses, demolishing the burnt houses. We need them. And I want to use the opportunity to also send a message to Peter Mba that he has declared war in Enugu. And we are not going to fold our hands and watch him send our people to IDP camp. We are not going to watch and just sit back and watch him destroy the properties and houses of our people and send them to IDP camp without consequences. So consequences is coming to Enugu. And believe me, before God and man, the government will pay dearly for killing and burning the houses and the villages in Enugu, in Uzwan, and at the same time, demolishing it and trying to take over that land. They have opened a new front in Enugu. And nobody should blame the government for the action that we follow going forward. When we say our own thing, it takes time before the action starts happening. But whether it is going to happen, it's going to happen. That particular directive has been given. So people in Enugu should be very security conscious and make sure you do not stay close to the terrorist checking point and barracks. That's how we have been warning since last year. We will continue to give this warning because we are not like the state of Israel that give you the warning tomorrow and they carry the action next tomorrow. So our own is because we are still an imaginary nation. We are still an imaginary nation managing our resources. So we'll give warning and warning and warning, even up to 8 months. But when it starts happening, there's no going back. So
my people, you know what PM just said now? In a very simple analysis, we are still an imagining nation. We are just imagined. We just emerged because we are a nation in foreign country. Though to be a government in exile is legal, it is 100%. But you can imagine what Biafra will be when Biafra comes and becomes a full nation. Everybody will need to rally around our prime minister in any little way you can. Even as you people always go from platform to platform to support the media teams whenever they are on the air. It is part of the work. And I can tell you it is the main work. Because it is your presence and what you people say, your contribution, it is the major part of this work. Because if I am here alone and nobody is saying anything, I will be talking to myself. But the world is watching everything going on. I will show you people another demolition by these military people. because they will be asking for evidence. Evidence is all clear, is everywhere. The military demolishing people's homes, bulldozing them. It is clear, and these houses they are bulldozing belongs to Biafrans. Look at it, military tank. You see it? You see the army man. You see? Ụlọ nke a agbanyere ọkụ na-ebulldoze the one dị next to it. Ifugie. You see it? Ifugie. Ụlọ ndị Biafra ka a na-ebulldoze etu a. Have you people seen it? Not only that, seen the after this thing going on, all the very clear. Ifugie na ndị amị, unafugo ndị amị. Ifugie, ife ndị amị ga na-eme. Unafugie. Yes, my sister Diane said, good evening. Wow, thank you for joining me. Good evening, Sister Betty. God bless you. Yes, and God Almighty will continue to strengthen Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and give him the good health in Jesus Christ's name. He say, thank you for your contribution. You are all wonderful men and women fighters for this, our freedom. God will definitely grant us our freedom. You know, yesterday when our PM was in Israel, he was talking of this demolition going on in Enugu now, burning of people's houses and demolishing it. And the governors, they have right. They have right. I will keep hammering on that right, which was exercised by Ngige when Ngige was a governor in Anambra State. During the time Obasanjo was the head of state, and there was a dispute in one of the villages, and Obasanjo said, if you cannot solve it, let me send the military. But Ngige said, no, I will talk with my people. I don't need military. That is the prerogative of every leader of a state. You have to exercise it at any point in time. But that prerogative that any governor of these 5 or 6 states of Biafra, in Biafra land, Southeast, they do not want to exercise that right. Somebody like the governor of Imo State that rules the people of Imo State by proxy. He lives in Abuja while he is ruling Imo State. That one, it does not concern anybody. and no concerned citizen can challenge him because he is working for the Fulanis. By right, by law, he is no longer the governor. From the moment he vacated that government house in Enugu and started living in Abuja, but he lives in Abuja, ruling Imo State by proxy. And there is nothing like that in law, not in electoral law, not in English law, that Nigeria observes. My sister Mary said, if all Igbos rise up and lose their mouth at the same time, speak for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's release, the court will release him. Wow, Mary, are you the one talking like this? Lose their mouth where? They can't lose their mouth. They are the one who is losing that their mouth to tell the court not to release Onyendu. They are the ones. Ejiofor, is he not an Igbo man? Uchechi, is she not an Igbo woman? Chike Dozie and Chinasa Nworu, are they not Igbos? Okay, is it the Ohaneze? The Ohaneze that is always saying, there was a time I made a program here where Sahara Reporter said that Tinubu wants to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu along with Sunday Igboho, but the Igbos said no. Governor Hope Uzodinma said no. Ejiofor said no. They said no. So those of us who are here talking, they cannot listen to us because our own is a by talk. They cannot listen. They will not lose their mouth because Onyendu is a big threat to them. And they believe that if they say to the Fulani man to hold Onyendu, then Fulani man will trust them. Ooh, Fulani people don't trust them. They call them all the same name. Because anything called Igbo man is a very huge threat to the Fulani's existence. They know how Biafrans, how we behave. They know that we are that bone that will continue to crack their throat. They will not speak. They are using Ohaneze, using the governors, and the governors in turn were using Ejiofor. So the sack of Ejiofor is a pain on their neck because Ejiofor is a willing tool. Using Uchechi, the former wife of Onyendu, Onyendu will never marry that woman again. Otherwise, they will use her to buy Onyendu. I'm telling you. So our PM in Israel yesterday was talking directly to the Enugu state governor for all this bulldozing of houses that belong to our people.
We have opened a new front, and we don't talk too much. Our own is actions speak for itself. So Enugu will never sleep. The terrorists in Enugu will never sleep, and it's going to start happening very soon. That is my message to Peter Mba. Unless there is a public disclaimer that the properties that they have burnt will be rebuilt, and then also that we do not see any bulldozer in the people's property in those villages. Those innocent people, helpless women and children, if we receive a message, clear message that nobody is touching that land, nobody is giving the land of Biafrans to any Fulani, then we will hold our peace. Apart from that, believe me, Enugu State will witness war in the coming weeks. Thank you very much. And of course, this is going to be a lesson and a message to the Caliphate who may be planning to invade other parts of Biafra land. So everyone in diaspora is needed, your support is needed to make sure we are not annihilated. We're not going to be annihilated from the surface of the earth. We will defend our land just like Israel did. They have done it in the past, they are doing it presently, and they will still do it in the future. This is exactly how they want to annihilate us, and we must live up to expectation. And God positioned all of you in different parts of the world to make sure that at this particular point in time, you are waking up, raise up, and live up to expectation, supporting the defense and the liberation of your own people and your freedom. That is why God sent you to where you are today. The same thing God did to the Israelites, scattered them all over the world, for them to go and do exploitation, and they do exploit. They supported their own freedom, and today they are one of the most powerful countries in the world. That is the same reason God sent to all of you, different parts of the world, as a Biafran, to go and learn and bring back your experience, your expertiseness to support the Biafran liberation. And many of you are today in the government in exile. Many of you are today serving government in your different capacity in liaison offices across the world. So people in Israel, it is time for you to wake up. Those of you who have not joined this particular liberation today, you know this is the only hope you have. And those who have joined the IPOB in the past, and because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped from Kenya, and for that reason, you will fall back and say, okay, let us wait for Mazi Nnamdi. You are the most idiotic person on this planet. It means that you want...
Yes, I agree with our Prime Minister on this. If you are like one of those DOS, they were asking him, I think his name is Methuselah. Somebody was asking him, it is flying there on the internet. They were asking him, yes, 2nd of December, very sacrosanct, yes, it will happen. So they were asking him why they are not supporting the referendum. He said, which referendum? That there's not going to be any referendum until Onyendu comes out. That what they are doing is that they are creating awareness. So the DOS, tell me, what awareness are they creating? They are not creating any awareness. And this will show you what our PM is saying now. How can you be waiting for your master? My people, how can you? The disciples of Jesus never waited until they started spreading the news. Onyendu has been teaching us for so many years. And you people are waiting for Onyendu to go and come back before you start fighting for your freedom. Because they know that they sold Onyendu. And they cannot talk about referendum because the Fulanis that paid them that 100 million using the 5 governors to do the payment, the Fulani will be asking them, where is our money? You have heard what Malami is saying in the newspaper Punch. He is querying because this same our Prime Minister promised to make the abduction of Onyendu useless in the hand of the Fulanis with the civil disobedience sit at home, which is still ongoing. My people, you cannot be waiting for your master that have been teaching you since year 2016, 13, that Onyendu started IPOB. Then you want Onyendu, he went to detention 2015 and 2017, they came to buy him and he escaped. Then 2021, they abducted him. And 3 years on now, he is still detained. You are still waiting for him to come before you do agitation. It is because they are compromised. They are very comfortable with Nigeria. They are compromised. That's what our PM is saying here. Analytically, you know.
All your suffering, all the contribution you have made in the past to go in vain. If you are not part of this struggle, believe me, everything I've done in the past have gone, with the thin air, because we are going to treat you just the same way we are going to treat those who never contributed $1 to this particular struggle.
Yes.
Because we don't know you. So this is the movement that is restoring Biafra. And the earlier you queue and become, part of the liberation, the better for you. So I urge all of you today, not just people in Israel, but Biafrans all over the world, to wake up to know Nigeria has collapsed, and we must safeguard our people, we must defend our land to make sure we don't give any inch and cede any inch of Biafra territory to anybody. Thank you. And may God bless you. And thank you all for inviting me to Israel today. I'm here.
Yes, he thanked them for inviting him to Israel. My people, you know, our PM, he tours over all the countries where Biafrans are living. One thing we have to learn is that all these countries where we are all living, they fought war in one way or another. And what was that for? Freedom, like we are fighting now. They fought for their freedom. Even though I always do a disclaimer on this platform, as one of the Breji studios, we do not preach for war or for violence or for hate. We don't hate anyone. We simply want our freedom. And that freedom we must achieve. My sister Diane says, Soludo said it is afternoon at TVC News interview that what the Southeast politicians want is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu should accept political solutions. This is their political solution. How many years will it last? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu should accept political solutions. While they are there dealing with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and political solution, they will hear the announcement by December 2nd that we are now a nation of our own. Let them continue. Those are the Igbos that my sister wants them to speak up. They are speaking now. That one is for them. We don't care. We are moving on. We are marching on. Onyendu will come out. God will blind them the day Onyendu will leave that place. They will all be asleep. You remember that when Paul was singing, when he was imprisoned with Silas, they were singing and praying. And the earthquake and things started happening. And the door got open. The gate man was sleeping. He hurriedly got up. And when he hurriedly got up, he thought that they have gone. Paul said, no, we are here. Don't be afraid, we are all here. They will all be asleep the day Onyendu will leave DSS dungeon. And make no mistakes, because they did not put Onyendu in a regular prison, they kept him under that dungeon, which he's supposed to be there only for at least 24 hours. They will either take him to court or take him to normal prison. Onyendu will still bring an action against them, but that one is a story for another day, because that is an illegal detention in an unknown destination. That DSS dungeon is nowhere included in Nigeria Constitution. That is where they regard as prison. So keeping someone there for 2 years, you know what it means? That country. Now, let me give you these people this gist. The ICC, which is International Criminal Court, they have declared Netanyahu the leader or the president or prime minister of Israel. They've declared him wanted. They say for massacre of people of Gaza. That is also leaving a legal or judicial precedent for Biafrans to bring an action against the Fulanis for massacring Biafrans. Yes, and this illegal detention of Onyendu, ICC, all these things they are doing, they will do it till it gets to Biafra turn. Because when the time comes, every lawyer that is a Biafran will go and show their power or their skills. So as we are littered all over the world, there is something we are learning. When we go back to Biafra, my people, it will be an atomic bomb. The way the civilization will blow up there, Biafra will be the envy of the world. I thank you all for joining me today. May God bless all of you. Let us remain strong and resilient, very personal about our intention to get Biafra, because we are very intentional. I pray to God to keep all of us to see Biafra. My people, I thank you all for joining me. There are just a very good number of you. I may not remember all the names. Diane, Mary, Ihejirika, Anthony from Chile, Chuka, and all of you. Henry, I thank all of you for joining me. Don't forget to like and share. You are all wonderful Biafrans. Freedom will be ours. Onye ndu si na fa ga-egbu anyị, anyị nwa ga-egbukwanụ fa. But in the end, Biafra will surely come. Let us remember that our voting in homeland is going with speed. They now vote manually, and it is ongoing. That one will make sure that every Biafran has the opportunity to vote. So, my people, I will love you and leave you so that this video will not be too long for those in homeland to have the data to watch and listen to everything that we have said. God bless you all. All hail Biafra. Peace, progress, unity, and equity. I'll see you tomorrow, the same time. God bless you all. Have a nice day. Thank you, my people.